Ow. Happy Father's Day, everyone! And since I don't have a movie about Bing Crosby beating his kids with a sock full of oranges, instead we're gonna watch a movie about a guy who murders entire families! The Stepfather is remembered very largely for its haunting performance by Terry O'Quinn as a serial killer who marries into broken families, only to win their trust and murder them shortly afterwards. It's a performance that will give anyone nightmares, regardless of what kind of family you come from. But it's in a blood-soaked horror film, and I don't like that, so I'm still mad at it. These kind of movies shouldn't have good acting in it. This should be a real serial killer film, like Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer, or The Courtship of Eddie Kemper. Wait, is that last one even real? O'Quinn received nominations for both the Saturn and Independent Spirit Awards for his role as Jerry Blake, and the film itself even made Bravo's list of the 100 scariest movie moments. Largely because O'Quinn will make you piss yourself. I can tell you this, the opening theme has left me questioning the character's backstory a little. Was the stepfather raised in a circus? I don't know how I feel about movies that start out with the prospect of clown rape. After Friday the 13th Part 3, I'm willing to cut any movie some slack, so long as there's someone in it named Shelley. Though I question the word hack being included, not to mention the production designer clearly trying to sell the audience cigarettes. The movie was directed by Joseph Rubin, director of the 1974 film The Sister-in-Law. So I guess the guy just has something against non-blood relatives? Then again, he also directed The Good Son, so maybe he just has something against people in general. Ooh, a beautiful Midwest autumn day! This must be shot in California. Here's Terry O'Quinn playing me 10 years from now after the announcement of Nukie 2 causes me to snap. As you can see, O'Quinn is going deep, deep undercover as my 6th grade science teacher. This is what they get for buying a house that's filmed like it's in a horror film. Best part of fancy suburban life? They can just get the maid to clean this up. Look, he had to kill the kid. That way Caligula's bloodline would be severed. I gotta say, considering what just happened, he seems pretty calm about it. Camptown races. That means that he's either Foghorn Leghorn, Sheriff Bart, or the Stepfather. And boy is his dead wife gonna be mad when she finds out his wedding ring was in that suitcase. And holy crap, he's transforming into that girl from the Phantom of the Opera. You know, the one about the guy who kills you in your dreams. It's 1 year later, and O'Quinn is now Jerry Blake, completely remarried into a new family. To think, in between these events is probably a really sweet love story. They should have made a movie about that part of the story. Then I wouldn't have to see all of that icky blood. But not everyone is happy with Jerry.
Jerry's home. Yay.
This is 1987. We don't start copying that passive-aggressive attitude till the 90s, little missy. At least his wife Susan seems to be happy with him.
Stephanie home?
She's in the backyard.
You know girls raking leaves is my turn on. Jerry does the smart thing by trying to buy Stephanie's love with a dog. That'll give him something to make sausages out of later.
I hope she doesn't think I was trying to buy her love. You know, maybe the puppy was a mistake.
The puppy was perfect. You're perfect.
Jerry's laugh sounds like even he sees the irony in that statement. Stephanie spends a lot of time in therapy because she doesn't realize how awesome it is to have your own Terry O'Quinn in the house.
We were talking about your father.
My father died a year ago.
I'm sorry. I meant your stepfather.
My father hadn't died. There wouldn't be a stepfather.
Yes, but that would have made for a very boring movie, which means that I would have preferred that version, thank you very much. She doesn't get on very well in school either. I don't know who started this fight, but god damn it, Principal Littman from Welcome Freshmen is gonna put a stop to it.
Come on, young lady. You couldn't get yourself into deeper trouble if you tried.
Well, she could shoot someone. Jerry works as a realtor, and a pretty good one, too. I buy all of my houses from strange men who push my kids on a swing set.
I remember when Jill was in 3rd grade. I used to walk her home from school every day.
Who's Jill?
That's my daughter.
You said her name was Stephanie.
Right, Stephanie.
She goes to Oak Ridge High.
Uh-huh.
Shh, you're poking holes in my story, little girl. If you keep this up, I'm gonna have to stuff you in a pickle jar. Stephanie gets expelled, nothing a little axe to the face can't solve.
I want to go to boarding school.
You want to leave home?
It's not a family without children.
And plus, Ted Bundy hangs out at boarding schools, and if anyone is gonna chop up this family, it's gonna be me, goddammit. Oh boy, is this kid in trouble.
So where's my blindfold?
What blindfold?
I thought the condemned prisoner always got a blindfold.
How is it that the most overdramatic person in the household isn't the serial killer? Hell, if you didn't see the first 5 minutes of the movie, you'd be thinking, what's with this bratty kid? Look, Jerry seems okay, he's watching Hot to Trot, and he's even the romantic type.
The only reality is this moment. You and me. Here and now.
Ooh, okay, even I want to be seduced by this guy. Stephanie puts on some music to cover up the banging. Hope she picks an appropriate song.
I want a ding-dong daddy.
Ding-dong daddy.
I want a ding-dong daddy.
Ding-dong daddy.
I want a ding-dong daddy.
Ding-dong daddy.
I want a ding-dong daddy.
Well, that's got a lot of hidden subtext to it. Okay, I may have added that song in there myself. What? Winona Carr was huge with teenage girls in the 80s. What the fuck, did I sit on the remote? What's Wise Guy doing on? And why isn't that Ken Wall or Jonathan Banks? Actually, this is Jim, brother of Jerry's previous victim, and winner of Craziest Eyes in the movie. Jim is talking a local reporter into printing Jerry's picture so that surrounding areas will know what Jerry looks like. That's a terrible idea. That'll ruin the surprise for the new family. Plus, this old house really needs a realtor. Maybe they should call Jerry.
You wanna go inside? Fuck no.
Yeah, if you go up to it, Michael Myers will follow you home. The more I watch this movie, the more I am really falling for Jerry's charms.
I guess you all know why I asked you here. It's because when I first started with American Eagle Realty a year ago, you were the first 5 families I sold houses to.
Yeah, Jerry, I've been meaning to ask you about my garage door.
That would still work, Joe, if you hadn't backed your car into it.
You know, if he only stopped killing women and children, he'd be a pretty upstanding citizen. Maybe this won't get gruesome as the movie goes on. Maybe this is finally that one family that helps Jerry tame his inner beast. That inner beast being one that murders more families than the Tooth Fairy.
I hope you don't think what I'm going to say is pretentious.
I hope it is. I'm already in the mood to rub my nipples. At least he's doing sort of a good job at keeping his cover.
Happened last year. That's what I was talking about. Now, this thing's a year old, and then they go raking it up again.
This is terrible.
Jerry had better be careful. People might start getting suspicious with that sinister music playing behind him. And with lines like this.
Makes you wonder, though. What's it take to make a guy turn his family into Gainsburgers?
Maybe they disappointed him.
Well, that explains why Robert Kardashian killed his kids. That happened, right? After this heartwarming speech, I don't know how anyone in the audience couldn't trust Jerry.
All we need is a little order around here. Order! You're a good boy. He's a good boy. Isn't he a good boy? Your daddy's little angel. Sure! You had better believe it! Hi, honey.
Well, now I have something in common with the daughter. We both have the same color shit in our pants.
Honey, you know how it is. I just have to get off by myself and let off some steam, you know?
Mm-hmm.
True, that's why I do this show. If I didn't have this camera to yell into, who knows how many families I'd have killed by now. Boy, is this making Stephanie nervous.
Things like this don't happen.
No, I'm pretty sure that people do get murdered. Even Jim is having a bad day. The paper didn't run that picture of Jerry.
It didn't run his fucking picture! How the hell is someone supposed to identify him when you don't run the picture? Get your hands off of me! My editor didn't run the picture, not me, huh?
This was that time in the 80s when serial killers' pictures weren't shown in papers because we didn't want to mess up their love lives. Now she's got something else to vent to her doctor about.
My mom says that you only charge half of your regular fee to see me.
Uh-huh.
How come you do that?
My 3 o'clock patient is a schizophrenic, so I charge him double. It all works out.
Dude, doctor-patient confidentiality! Is the advice this guy gives any good at least?
Don't say it's running away.
What's the matter with running away?
It's just that... What?
Sometimes running away is the best thing to do.
Ugh, I wonder if this is the same doctor that once told a woman it's okay to watch her daughter have sex. Is that Jerry's house, or did he just sell it to Ronnie Blakely and Heather Langenkamp? Looks like he's also going to give a guy named Fred an idea about his sweater. Here we find out that Terry O'Quinn does not like it when fans mail him pictures to autograph. Actually, Stephanie sent for that picture, you know, just in case this meant anything, or that article about the uncaptured serial killer that she read. And because it's high time for another basement freakout. I'll see what the big deal is. Who doesn't love beating up shit in the basement? I'll fucking show you if I can do fucking rap. Fuck. Damn, that guy killed the hell out of that box. Perhaps Jim can get the cops to help.
His personal history was falsified and his prints were untraceable.
Well, that settles it. I know exactly where he is. He's fucking with C. Thomas Howell on the desert highways. Any other advice the cops can give?
Lieutenant, if you were me, what would you do?
Just between the two of us? I'd get a gun and blow the son of a bitch away.
Sounds good enough to me. Now he just needs to track down this family killer, wait for him to start dating a blind woman, and crash through the window while he's playing Inagata de Vida. The big tense moment, though, comes when Stephanie finds out that the real killer is Keith Hernandez? Whew! I knew Jerry was too likable to be the killer. Now let's watch a scene where he kills someone. Stephanie's therapist goes to visit Jerry under the guise of someone wanting to buy a house. So of course, Jerry shows him a house with a deep fog that says someone's about to be murdered in it.
Are you interested in buying a house or in me?
Sorry. Force of habit. My wife gets on me for that all the time.
I thought you said you were a bachelor.
Oops. Now I really don't think that he's Foghorn Leghorn. Thank God Patrick Bateman was the previous owner of the house. Stephanie actually seems disappointed the pictures don't match. Well, at least she got a dog out of Jerry. Speaking of Jerry, best clean up this mess. Officers, isn't it obvious? He crashed his car and then hit himself in the head with a board. Oh, shit. Fuck. Even I didn't think that was gonna happen so fast. Time for that long walk home. I get it now. He's only crazy because he got passed up for the Dave Brubeck Quartet. Hey, Steph, I got some bad news. Bikes are out. Hopefully he'll break the news to her gently.
He's dead, Steph.
Well, look at the bright side. At least you got a shitload of firewood chopped.
He was my friend.
I know, baby.
Again, if you missed the early scenes showing him as a killer, Jerry is being very sweet here. Also, if you missed the opening, this subplot may seem rather jarring. Jim goes back to the scene of the crime to discover that, yes, it still looks like a murder house. If David Lynch directed this movie, all of these scenes would be taking place in this thing, and that would be genius!
I know I've been in a lot of trouble, and I'm sorry.
Well, let's say we owe each other an apology and bury the hatchet, okay?
Deal.
Is it bad that I really want things to end well for this family? Please end well. With the help of missing pages in a magazine, Jim is able to trace down where Jerry might be relocated. It may seem weird that Jerry would have left that behind, considering the steps he took to drop off the face of the earth, but if he didn't do that, then these plots wouldn't intersect. Still, ain't nothing gonna ruin this Thanksgiving.
You know, until this moment, I never realized what Thanksgiving was all about.
I like it when I get to review wholesome movies.
He's not my father. He's just some crazy creep. How can you even bear to let him touch you? Stop it!
Damn!
Meaning all the progress we made with Stephanie is just thrown away. Just thrown away by you.
Oh, come on, at least he didn't slap her. He's only just gonna try to kill her later. By the way, is that Salt Rubinek answering the phones? Meanwhile, in Detective Subplot number 2, Stephanie finds out that her therapist had a meeting with Jerry. But more importantly, why was he drawing penises with cowboy hats? Due to all of this awkwardness, Jerry feels like it's time to move on. Now, this may look like Jerry is creating a new identity for himself, but he's actually gearing up for his audition in the movie Space Camp. See, everything is just fine. Jeez, we get it. The roast was overcooked. You know, one day I'm sure he'll find a town that automatically plays the Halloween theme over shots like this. Jim goes door to door, looking up all the recent newlyweds in the town, and you may think that he's out for revenge, but maybe he just simply wants to cockblock Jerry.
Can I help you?
No, I'll just drop by later. See, I'm not even sure it's the same Gerald Blake.
Well, I could give him a message for you.
No, that's okay. If it's the guy I know, I'd rather just surprise him.
You know, you maybe could have asked to see a picture of him. And how is Jerry gonna pick up another wife looking like this?
I'm Dorothy Reinhardt. Welcome to Madison Street.
Thank you. Hard work.
Well, the kids are supposed to do it. But, well, you know how kids are.
It's just you and the kids, then?
Okay, I stand corrected. Again, so long as you take out the fact that he's a serial killer, he actually makes a very inspiring ladies' man. He could go on the dating game. They accept serial killers, right? Oh shit, I wonder if this is the killer.
I just want to ask you a question. You ever seen this guy before? Huh?
The beard's new, but he looks something like the guy who sold us this house.
Just think about how quickly this all could have been wrapped up if he simply showed that picture to the previous house he went to. I'm starting to kind of agree with my own sarcasm. Terry O'Quinn really does elevate some stupid shit here. Seriously, when something silly happens, I instantly forget about it by the time he's on screen.
They said you stopped working there several days ago.
What?
The receptionist said that you left.
That idiot!
That new girl can't be... Susan, I never got anyone fired in my life, but that girl, I don't know.
Even though I know he's lying, he is so good that I actually believe him. That receptionist should be fired.
Hodgkins, what's to get wrong?
What did you say?
Huh? Wait a minute. Who am I here?
Jerry.
Well, maybe he's only a little on edge because he needs an even quicker pick-me-up. Right, Rob? Wait. Who am I here? Hang on a sec. Who are you, man? Who are you, girl? You the fucking karate man? You the fucking karate man who sits in the backyard or fucking doesn't know fucking karate and shit? Are you the guy who talks about fucking big box VHSs in front of fucking tits that makes no fucking goddamn sense? Are you the fucking 80s guy who talks to a robot? Alright. I got it. Oh. You're the guy who makes fun of movie critics. The guy who makes fun of movie critics. Alright, so how was that?
Hold on.
Huh? What? Dude! The freaking lid was down! Okay, now that that's settled, let's see how Jerry talks his way out of this one.
Jerry Blake. Thank you, honey.
Okay, I believe it now. Jerry's a psycho killer. Jim had better hurry up fast before Jerry is hauled off to divorce court. Too bad he gets slowed down by a nun crosswalk, really? I hope he at least gets there before,
Come on, fella, come on. Come on, come see me, come on. Come on. Here, boy, here, boy.
No.
Dog, you're a good dog.
Mom? Mom, you home?
Whew, oh, thank God. Well, at least he's not a monster. Meanwhile, Stephanie, the fuck is going on here? She's still 16, right? I would masturbate right now, but then I'd go to jail. Plus, no bathroom scene is too awkward when you compare it to Clown House. Oh wait, Jill Schoelen's in her early 20s? Okay, commence the masturbating. I'll teach you to appear in a randomly placed nude scene that has nothing to do with anything. Thank God Jim is here to save them. Well, what the fuck was the point of that subplot? Except that, without it, the movie would seriously only be about 70 minutes long. Terry O'Quinn even has the power to make really cheesy one-liners still sound creepy.
Next time, Jim, call before you drop by. You're a very bad girl. Hi, Pumpkin.
If you think Jerry has a bad marriage now, think about how much worse it would be if he hit that 7-year itch. I'm starting to think this isn't gonna work out fine.
No, Jerry!
Don't tell me what I can't do!
I allowed myself one. Oh wait, this is why Jim was in it, so that Susan could get the gun, even though he could still be completely edited out of the film, because not only would I not have a problem buying that there'd be a gun in the house, but it's not even the gun that does him in at the end.
Stop it!
Don't worry, critical acclaim and decent box office will bring him back to life. Hey, come on! Jerry worked really hard on that. Well, we've almost gotten rid of Jerry's presence in the house. Next step, we gotta kill the dog. I still don't get why this movie was so violent. Maybe one day they'll remake it with a PG-13. Jerry Blake was actually very loosely based on mass murderer John List. Wait, that's not funny. List remained a fugitive for 18 years, having both changed his identity and remarried in that time, only to be caught with the help of America's Most Wanted in 1989. Well, good one, America's Most Wanted. Now there won't be any Stepfather sequels. There are Stepfather sequels. There was a Stepfather 2, which brought back O'Quinn in the title role, and then there was the O'Quinnless Stepfather 3, which is so awful that it makes the Shining remake look like Night of the Hunter. What's this fucking thing? Probably nothing. Spoiler alert, by the end of the trilogy, Jerry does indeed find his one true love. It was a wood chipper.
I tried it yesterday and swallowed the comic section. Okay.